is.
Although there was a video where he f***ed up, though.
Yeah, I can't remember it.
I do. It was entertaining as hell.
Was it?
Yeah.
What did he do?
He's speaking in Cantonese or Mandarin.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it, and then he cracks the shits. Here we go. I'll play it.
Mate, this is just impossible. I get to the very end, it's dead. And tell these dickheads in the embassy to just give me simple sentences. I mean, I've said this before. And tell that bloody interpreter, this language, he just complicates it so much. You know, how can anyone do this? You know what I mean? It's just, tell them to cancel this meeting at 6 o'clock. We don't have the patience to do it. Is this a Chinese interpreter up there? Just hopeless. I the last word.
This video got released after Rudd was knifed by Julia. So that audio there, obviously, because he's swearing about it, as you heard it's Rudd just getting frustrated. But he can speak it, though.
Yeah.
You are correct. Your point.
Is that, well, Labor's always been good with that shit. That's the point I was trying to make.
Is that it?
Yeah.
You're leading up to the end of this subject. Okay, anyway, 62 language subjects. Now, 99% of the students at this bloke's school are university orientated. That's what he says.
The only reason for that is because they can all afford to go to uni.
The ATAR was introduced as a national system in 2019 by the Redheads government for students in the New South Wales and ACT areas. It was further rolled out to remaining states and territories in 2010, excluding Queensland, who plan to introduce the ATAR system in this year. So the HSC introduced 1967 when it was a score out of 500. And it underwent its last major revision back in 2001. Do we need to revamp the Australian education system? Or basically, do people who are in positions of power like this principal just need to wake the up to themselves and go, you know what, actually learning things is the best way to go, rather than producing a whole spat load of yuppie lava who basically are entitled. Geez, I'm going to get some hate mail after this. Who feel entitled that they should go to university. I actually, you know what? In comparison to this story, I would actually love to know how many of these kids that successfully convert to university end up dropping out. That's what I'd like to know.
Probably most of them. The
Burble AU on Facebook, or you can find us at theburble.com.au. I don't have anything funny to say at the end of this, but this has gotten my goat.
If you don't get a good ATAR, you're not going to get a car. That wasn't funny either.
No.
Loose talk, even looser opinions.
This is the best show on earth.
This is The Burble.
Speed round right now. April Fool's Day jokes 2019, the best and worst around not only Australia, but around the world. So Domino's came out with a new thick shake, which basically was the candied pepperoni thick shake. And everyone was like going, dude, I totally want to try one of these things. They won't have it because it'll probably just infect someone if they eat it or all that kind of thing. U-Foods, they created kids' foods, where basically it said unicorn bread can enjoy a soft brochet bread with a generous dusting of rainbow protein sprinkles. Let's be honest, it's just fairy bread, okay? They're trying to back in on fairy bread. Right. Do they still serve fairy bread at like kids' parties?
I think so.
They should do.
Want some fairy bread myself.
SodaStream brought out a new product, they reckon. They partnered with a former US astronaut to create a product innovation, SodaStream.me, which turned your excess CO2 into sparkling water on the go.
Right.
Which would be good. It's using a CO2.
So what, you talked into the soda stream?
Apparently you talked into the soda stream. What about this? NT News. Now, the NT News is such a great publication. They have some of the best headlines on the NT News. It is so sensational. But basically what they said they were going to align with other newspapers around Australia and become politically correct. So they said it hasn't been a decision they've taken lightly, but the days of why I've got a cracker in my clacker and why I've got some sticking in my dicky have come to a close.
Would be a sad day.
They were actual
headlines.
Yep. of the newspaper. Subway announced that they created a new fragrance called Bread Fresh.
Oh, fresh baked Subway bread.
Yep. So it was a fragrance where you spray it on and you smelt like the
walking
bread.
past the Subway.
Walking past the Subway.
Tasty.
How about this? There was the new meditation for pets. Now, Australian meditation app Smiling Mind extended its catalogue of programs. So you basically you get Smiling Mind, you whack the headphones on, you listen to it. It's a form of meditation.
Right, yep. Relaxation kind of app thing.
Absolutely. Anyway, what they did is they had one for pets to make pets or dogs in particular a practical resource who may be susceptible to stress, anxiety, and general disruptive behaviour. Whack the headphones on the dog.
And play it some app.
Idiots. They also announced Sportsbet. Now, Sportsbet's a big online bookmaker here in Australia. They try to fool people with their joke of a 3-year agreement with the newly elected New South Wales government to be the official naming rights and sponsor of the iconic Sydney Opera House sales.
Oh, political.
Multi-million-dollar deal. That fell through. That was stupid. Okay, Madame Two Swords. So Madame Two Swords in Sydney said it was evaluating 4 proposed concepts for the big whack. So what they were going to do is they were going to have gold medal Olympic swimmer Ian Thorpe at the iconic Bondi Icebergs pool. They were going to have Megan Gale in Pitt Street Mall. They were going to have Kylie Minogue seated in front of the infamous Taylor Square in King's Cross because apparently she's a gay icon. Now, Ray Ma, who's Alf from Home and Away, who's tougher than a Roman sandal, they were going to have him against the backdrop of Sydney's current 2 icons, the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. A whole bunch of stuff. But you know what? I've got to tell you, as the radio stations around the country actually have gone and done some really amazing things. They always do every year. They seem to fool everybody. Radio stations are great, but McDonald's ads. I love a pickle in a McDonald's burger. McDonald's came out. They posted a video of its latest menu addition, the McPickle.
The McPickle.
To Instagrams, pickle lovers far and wide were salivating behind their mobile screens as the 2-layered burger filled with cheese, ketchup, and, of course, pickles.
Ugh.
One person said, I'm going to order 1,000.
Well, he's a dick.
OMG, it's a burger designed for me,
Keep
said...
the away from me.
As.
Sorry,
No. Here's the picture of it. Now.
No.
Can you... I just want to say, it's a joke, but people actually want this to happen.
I don't want it to happen.
I know you don't want it to happen. Now, I'm just going to say, McDonald's, if you do make it happen, you are causing a lot of trouble for yourself. As me and you and some other boys, we've gone into McDonald's.
I see where you're going with this.
Pick the pickle off the McDonald's burger, and where does it go?
On the window.
Straight on the window. It's a pickle race.
Yep.
I want to see if your pickle's going to reach the bottom first. It's an art to be able to hoink the actual pickle onto the window.
You don't want to get too high because then it's got to go all the way down. Don't want to get too low because then everyone will tell you cheating.
So look at this. This thing's loaded with pickles.
It's just a Big Mac with the meat replaced with pickles.
I understand that.
It's disgusting.
I understand that too. But however, though, this thing, if it brought out, it would go dark inside of McDonald's.
You wouldn't be able to see through the windows.
Wouldn't be able to see through the windows. It basically would be just a pickle fest on the windows. Go ahead, McDonald's, and release the McPickle. It is an April Fool's Day joke, but you go ahead and do it. I reckon it'll be hilarious because and if it's a hot day in summer, if they were paint scrapers.
They'd have to have a 14-year-old on permanent pickle duty. Like, I wonder, actually, you're saying you could throw the pickle at the window and stick and roll down, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if that much pickle in the burger, would the whole thing stick to the window if you hoiked the whole thing at the window?
So you're saying that the pickles would stick together themselves?
Yeah, kind of hold the burger on the window. That'd be cool, watching 2 burgers race down the window.
That would be hilarious. I'm going to have to see, actually. Do you reckon if I went to Macca's?
Yes.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Obviously, you look at
just
the size of my
Just go to the build a burger thing and just go.
No, they don't have it anymore.
Oh.
They don't have it anymore. They make the creations for you.
But what if I want something that's not on the menu?
Well, it's called a grill. You used to work there.
God, I can't remember that.
Imagine if I went in and ordered it.
Yep.
You know what? We're going to go in to a Macca's. We're going to film it and see if they'll actually order it. They'll go, no. And I'll go, well, yes, it's called a grill. You know what you're doing. and you're
I
going to
wonder
do
how
it.
much each bit of pickle costs.
Look, you know what? I don't give a shit.
Oh, I don't care either. It's just interesting to, like, because it's an extra $1 for bacon. Where on the
$1 for bacon.
Yeah, where on the condiment scale would a pickle fall? Would it be more expensive than bacon? Less than bacon.
I would McDonald's staff, if you know that, the Burble AU at facebook.com, or find us at the burble.com.au. What's a pickle cost? Seriously, what's it cost? I want to know. As you've never been a TV producer, and you probably won't be. However, though, you've got the smarts to know that if you're filming, say, I don't know, the release of baby turtles as they make their way down the beach to get into the water and off they go with their lives, they'll come back when they're larger and they'll spawn, they'll do the eggs and all that kind of thing, and they're buried in the sand.
They'll make more turtles.
They'll make more turtles, but... listen, Chris Packham and Steve Backshall gave so many reasons to believe in the beauty of the sea and the call for something to be done to protect our oceans and the life in the final episode. However, over on Heron Island, so it happened over in Australia.
Of course it did.
I love how Australia just showcases itself all the time.
Oh, yes.
The presenters were shown just how horrible Mother Nature really can be when the call of food... Well, the food chain beckons. So what happened is that Liz was there, and this is live, by the way.
Blue Planet Live.
Blue Planet Live. Now, she was releasing some tiny turtle hatchlings into the sea, and then a seagull came along and saw a little bit of dinner. So it scooped down and got the actual turtle as soon as it was out of its egg.
So it's just like... Oh, look.
How many feet do you think it is from where she's got her knee to the water? 5, 6?
Yeah, about that.
About 5 or 6
it's
feet.
bugger all space.
Now, she kept her composure. She even said she hoped that they grabbed the responsibility to save the oceans as a seagull just grabbed the turtle. Now, she knew what happened. So I love these news sort of when the weatherman goes out and gets bit in the ass by a pelican or something like that. She had to maintain her composure.
Of course she did.
So the camera returned back to her. Old mate seagull can be seen with what appeared to be the baby in its mouth, and then it just coolly walked back up the beach as the live cross kept going like nothing happened.
You know what would have been better? If she'd turned around, tackled the seagull and wrestled the baby turtle out of its mouth.
Do you even think that Steve Irwin would have done that?
I'd like to think so, but probably not. He'd be all like, circle of life.
That's Elton.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Circle of life. Baby turtle comes out. Seagull eats the turtle. Seagull makes more turtles. Hang on. Seagull makes more seagulls. More turtles come along. Seagulls eat the turtles. It's a whole big food chain.
You know, at the McDonald's, which is down near Circular Quay train station.
Yeah.
I've thrown a couple of chips.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Well, I did it.
Well, you'd be covered in birds.
I threw a chip.
Yeah.
Let me finish the story. Even the seagulls have problems, and I make sure they're piping hot, so it burns a little innards, right? They have trouble swallowing a chip. One chip. How's it going to eat a baby turtle?
Slowly, I guess.
Just grabbed it and walked off. Viewers were left incredulous after being absolutely floored as pretty much anyone's innocence was snatched along with the turtle. But you never know. That turtle may go on to survive and become a ninja and get its vengeance. The number of Americans, well, adults in America, reporting that they haven't had sex in the past year has hit a record high. They haven't had sex.
You know why?
Why?
Americans are so fat that they don't know where to put it anymore. Not enough flour to roll them around in. Yeah, I went there. Plus, like, realistically, who wants to root an American? They're dumb.
Jesus, dude.
You've got to put a wall around them.
The share of men under 30 who aren't having sex has nearly tripled in the past decade. Now, this is apparently very, very serious over there.
Why?
Well, this is the report. Now, the survey showed that 54% of unemployed Americans did not have a steady relationship versus 32% of employed Americans. So you're not getting any if you haven't got a job.
So they're not getting any of that sweet homeless, like, alley sex either.
You gotta stop.
Oh,
seriously.
Oh, dear. I've broken Benny.
I'm getting over the whole bronchitis thing, okay?
Right.
Why do you think it is? So what? Because Americans are overweight, unemployed,
Living at home longer, maybe.
don't want to procreate.